30% of what we throw in our garbage cans is food waste, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. In terms of sustainability, recycling's a given. But what about composting? Some in Cincinnati are trying to do their part, but it's not exactly the easiest practice, especially for apartment dwellers who don't have the means. Judy Ganance is all about saving the earth. She does her best she can to reduce her carbon footprint. But above all, she tries to pay it forward to the earth by using an eco-friendly tool most people don't ever attempt: composting. But with the lack of options the city of Cincinnati provides for easy composting, it's not exactly the most convenient lifestyle to take on.
So I think if people really want to compost, they can make the effort, but to automate it and to make it, for the municipality, I think it has to be well supported, well funded, and well communicated.
People like Ganance are trying their best to save the earth, but not everyone has the luxury of time, or even a backyard. Some people at City Hall, who co-authored the city's latest attempt to go green, the Cincinnati Green Plan, still say composting is even more important than recycling.
We look globally at climate change and the solutions available to us. Of the top 20, many of them relate to food, how we produce food, what we eat, reducing waste. Reducing food waste is number one. That's top of the charts food strategy for reducing carbon output.
The Cincinnati Green Plan covers a lot of ground, but doesn't offer much on the front of providing composting services. There's just a small paragraph about encouraging people to compost on their own. Michelle Balls from the Hamilton County Recycling and Solid Waste District says the district is trying to ramp up awareness of backyard composting options, but that still doesn't leave a lot of accommodation for apartment residents.
Backyard composting isn't for everybody. I mean, there's some people that it just doesn't fit into their lives, and that's fine. So, there may be a day when we have a facility that accepts food scraps, closer, and that we can economically collect food scraps at the curb from people. We're just not there yet.
With no facility on the horizon, some renters are still holding out for public curbside pickup options to put outside along with their trash and recycling. But some private companies are already making that dream a reality. North College Hill resident Amber Michelle has been trying one out for herself.
You have a pickup day, so it's usually to take your bin out, like you would take the trash bins out to be picked up, and I just set it like in front of like my front of my house, my front door or whatever, and then they just come sometime during that day and they take your bin and they replace with a clean one to use for the next week.
Restaurants like Fusion, The Whole Bowl, and Sleepy Bee Cafe are already composting on their own. Erin Lefevre of the University of Cincinnati's Office of Sustainability says making sure that all food doesn't end up in landfills, like the group's efforts to make sure that dining hall food gets composted, is more important than many think.
So with climate change, with trying to be resilient, composting is a pretty practical and easy thing for individuals to do that can make a really big impact.
Composting is all about putting back into the earth what you get from it. Even though some are holding out for a full-fledged compost service, urban gardens like this could benefit from compost. Until then, sustainable Cincinnatians might have to get creative to compost.